Hello out there, all you wonderful people. This is Andre, the Game Idea Guy. Thank you once again for lending me your time and your ear, listening into another video from me. And this time I'm going to talk about a rumor. I know this isn't something I consistently do, but I've done it a few times this year, and I thought, heck, why not with this one rumor that everybody's kind of already just, again, automatically believing. Not remembering that we've heard rumors about the Switch being more powerful than the PS4 Pro. We've heard rumors about about the Switch being less powerful than the Xbox One, being on par with the Xbox One. What else was it? We've heard rumors about it running Android. We've heard rumors about it running running something similar to iOS. I also remember there being a rumor about it running Linux at one point. All those things are kind of intertwined because they all are based, well, Android and iOS kind of Linux based anyway. But people need to chill out. Oh, there was a rumor that the Switch was delayed for VR, even though Nintendo said we're not going to do the VR thing just yet. I mean, there's potential for VR, but they also said we're not doing that right this moment, which means, hey, we have it prepped to possibly do that, but that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to right now. Boy, did people forget these things? Did they really forget these things? Like, the only two rumors that were actually accurate was the Eurogamer rumor and the rumor about cartridges. Those were literally the two rumors that were accurate. And it's like those two rumors were accurate, but people forgot that there were a plethora of other rumors out there that were completely wrong. I'm like, where you got? Like, there was a rumor that this thing was running on AMD tech. Okay, it's not. Like, rumors are like, they're just thrown out at random. They're literally thrown out at random. Like, nobody knew about the Jimmy Fallon shit. There was no rumor about that, was there? Like, come on, like, chill out. Like, calm your nerves. Like, don't immediately believe it. If you want to listen into it, fine. I can't tell you not to. But at least don't believe this shit right off the bat. Like, come on. Like, and I just gave you a bunch of examples of shit that was wrong when it came down to this thing. Hell, it was a rumor that the thing, what was the name of it? What was I forgot what the rumored name was for the Switch. I can't remember what it was. But there was a rumor about the name of the damn thing that was wrong. So chill out, people. Like, and people are getting up in arms about this thing possibly running on Nvidia Maxwell, their Maxwell architecture. Okay. Firstly, I'm going to read the statement that Nvidia put up about the Switch in the architecture that it's running on. The Nintendo Switch is powered by the performance of the custom Tegra processor. The high-efficiency scalable processor includes an Nvidia GPU based on the same architecture as the world's top-performing GeForce gaming graphics cards. The Nintendo Switch's gaming experience is also supported by fully custom software, including a revamped physics engine, new libraries, advanced game tools and libraries. Nvidia additionally created new gaming APIs to fully harness this performance. The newest API, NVN, was built specifically to bring lightweight, fast gaming to the masses. Gameplay is further enhanced by hardware-accelerated video playback and custom software for audio effects and rendering. Now, to me, this sounds like they put a whole lot of work into something that's not out already, something that they haven't done before. It sounds to me like they were working on something. Like, here's the thing: the Maxwell architecture's been out for a while, and even then, there are cards in the Maxwell architecture that outperform the PS4 Pro right now. Or do people forget about the GeForce GTX 980 Ti? That's part of the Maxwell architecture, and that would outperform the PS4 right this moment. So it shouldn't even matter, to be honest. It should not matter. if it does use Maxwell architecture. But something tells me it doesn't because of how much custom work has gone into this. I mean, it could be an offshoot of Maxwell, and it could be highly customized, which that's perfectly fine if it is. Why does that matter so much? Like that's the thing I kind of wonder. People keep claiming Nintendo needs to go back to the days of the SNES. For the SNES, it wasn't about being the most hardware capable machine. It was about having a lot of really good games. And if that's what you're worried about, them having good games, having the best hardware isn't necessarily going to guarantee that. There's definitely no guarantee on that. Now, if you're claiming that they should have the best games from third-party developers, a lot of third-party developers use the Maxwell architecture. Whether they say they do or not, whether they want to admit to it or not, they program games to fit and work in that architecture. So why, again, does it matter? And again, just to run through the listing of I'll give you the first generation graphics cards from Maxwell and then the second generation. The first generation was GeForce GTX 750 and the GTX 750 Ti. Second generation was the GTX Titan X, GTX 980, GTX 980 Ti, GTX 970, and GTX 960. All of those, as far as my understanding of tech goes, as far as those are concerned in hardware, they would outperform the PS4 Pro. With the right CPU along with them. But they would definitely outperform the PS4 Pro. Especially... oh man. Just, like, it doesn't matter. To be completely, utterly honest and straightforward as I can be, it doesn't matter. The only thing that's leading me to not believe this rumor is, again, that they worked on a whole bunch of new stuff. If they were dealing with Maxwell, they wouldn't necessarily have to use a whole lot of new stuff, but just customize a bunch of stuff that they already had to be able to work with a custom version of that hardware type. I don't think that they would need to put a whole lot of work into a new OS, a new new physics engines and things of that nature to run on this hardware. I don't think they'd be worried about making new APIs for this hardware. It just doesn't make much sense to me that they would do that. In my mind, it just doesn't make much sense. And going back to more stuff that Nvidia said, we've optimized the full suite of hardware and software for gaming and mobile use cases. This includes custom operating system integration with the GPU to increase both performance and efficiency. They could have elaborated that on that a little bit more. Nvidia gaming technology is integrated into all aspects of the new Nintendo Switch home gaming system, which promises to deliver a great experience to gamers. That was what they said back on October 20th, like literally right after the Switch reveal, the reveal trailer. They said this, and people were happy about this. But then this rumor comes out, and everybody's all of a sudden pissed off, mad, agitated, and losing their damn minds over this shit. It's like, again, no one is thinking. Like, no one is stopping to think about this. They're just immediately getting mad. And I don't know why they're getting mad. Like, listen. Nintendo could give you the best hardware and everything that you want. That doesn't mean that their games are going to get any better. That doesn't mean that they're going to get any more third-party support than they already have. That doesn't mean shit. It's the relationships that they build with these companies that matter the most. And that's what you should want, that they are able to build relationships with these companies. Not that they'll pander to everybody and kiss everyone's ass, but that they can build a good working relationship with them. They can give you the best hardware that you can just throw a game on. But guess what? That shit'll be buggy and fucked up as all hell. That's what happened with the PS4 and the Xbox One with a lot of games. But again, people tend to blot that out. It's like that history never happened. Like we're going to forget that Assassin's Creed Unity came out with faces coming off the fucking characters. We're going to forget a whole bunch of shit. We're going to forget that Dishonored doesn't work all that well on PCs. Didn't come out working all that well on PCs and still doesn't. We're going to forget the same thing happened with Batman Arkham Knight, aren't we? Again, the hardware itself shouldn't matter as much. It should matter that it works well and it has decent performance for the games, but it shouldn't matter if it's the best or not. And I think people need to realize that. Like, they need to come off the idea of everything being the best and being cheap. But like, this is another thing. Like, all these people want the very best hardware, the most brand new tech, which is going to be expensive, but then they want the Switch to be $250 to $300. And again, something I feel like I might be bursting bubbles on, but I don't think it's going to come out that low. One, because the Wii U is not below $300, not officially. And I doubt Nintendo's going to put out their newer hardware at a lower price than their older hardware. You wouldn't expect Sony or Microsoft to do it, so you shouldn't expect Nintendo to do it. It just doesn't make sense. Like, that literally doesn't make sense. Because at that point, then they're underselling themselves, and they're not going to make shit on it. And they've already stated they're not selling this shit for a loss at all. So you gotta look at it that way. Like, either they are using customized versions of older hardware, and people are just gonna have to get the fuck over it, or they're using the newer shit, and you're gonna have to pay more for it and get the fuck over it. One of those two things is happening. It can't be both. It literally cannot be both. But that's it. I'm done. Thank you guys very much for listening. I hope that I opened up some brains and maybe enlightened a few people, or maybe reminded some people of some things that they probably forgot. But again, keep your eyes and ears out for more stuff from me. And until the next time, enjoy your games. Peace out.